You're listening to Soap Dirt, the latest in television entertainment news.
Hey, YNR fans, I've got your 2-week spoilers for September 9th through the 20th. Jack Abbott is increasingly desperate. Summer is jealous soon, and Victor may need to swerve in the plans that he is making. It is Belinda from Soap Dirt. We're going to dive into all this soapy goodness, starting with the action coming on Monday, September 9th. Billy is feeling so good about this big deal that he is just about to ink the papers on. Of course, that may not happen if Lily and Victor get their way. Billy fends off an ultimatum from Chance about being co-CEO, and Chance tells Summer he decided to walk out the door. Looks like he wants to go back to police work. Meanwhile, Billy runs into Devon at the GCAC while he is celebrating this big deal of his that's about to close, and Devon tells him that without Lily, everything is going to fail at Abbott Chancellor, and he may be right. Summer and Kyle meet with their lawyers. Everything seems to be going really well, which lets us know, of course, it's all going to blow up very soon. Speaking of Devon, he is very upset to learn that Nate is dating Audra. He doesn't trust her. I don't think anybody in town trusts her. Top of that list is Kyle. Audra is paranoid that Kyle is coming after her, and yes, he is, and so she is ready to go after him, but Kyle has run and put poison in Victor's ear about her, and we all know that Kyle is the main person Victor's interested in, only to get revenge on Jack. And, you know, he could cut both Audra and Kyle loose at the drop of a hat if he decides this revenge game is just costing him too much money, energy, or time. Nikki lets Lauren know that Victor is working on a big deal to give her a whole lot of power, and that's why she's not pushing back on Adam being in charge at Newman Media. And I'm thinking that Victor is going to put some pressure on Adam soon to make Billy Boy look bad. And guess what? Adam is there for it because he can't stand the guy. Lauren worries that Michael is being tempted by Victor into crossing the lines of the law, but he assures her that he's not. Victor is running a con on Lily. He wants her help to get Billy out of Abbott Chancellor and destabilize the company so that he can take it over, but he is not willing to let her be the CEO, but she wants something in writing before she gives him the information he needs. So I suspect he's going to stall and probably go through other avenues to try and find out what the deal is. Michael warns Victor that Lily isn't going to fall for his bait and switch, but you know, Victor thinks he can beat anybody. He always thinks he's 3 chess moves away. Sometimes he is, but not all the time. Tuesday, September 10th, Nick and Mariah sit down. They are very, very worried about Sharon. Nick thinks it's critical that they find out if Sharon really is taking her medication. She keeps telling everybody she is, and they have let it slide, thinking maybe it's an adjustment to the new medication. But at this point, she's making threats to people, you know, knocking on Daniel and Heather's door and kind of low-key terrorizing them and their daughter, Lucy. And Mariah doesn't like what Nick suggests because it sounds like something slightly underhanded that he's proposing to find out the truth. Meanwhile, Sally is very set on whether Adam will be part of her future or not. My bet is that it's going to be a big old not, and that's going to hit Adam really hard. Although she's already told him they're done, I think she's going to set it in stone and drop it on his foot. Meanwhile, Chelsea is on the defense again, and I suspect this might be about word spreading about her sleeping with Adam. Chloe, she's going to have some things to say, not only because she hates the idea of Chelsea getting back closer to Adam, but also remember, Chloe is really good friends with Sally at this point, and she's going to be in a tough position because it's her 2 besties that are at odds, and Chelsea is very clearly in the wrong. Wednesday, September 11th, Phyllis has a talk with Nick. She is concerned about how deep he's getting in with Sharon. She already told him before that he's not a doctor. This is not his place. He's her ex-husband, father of her children, but not her mental health professional. She's going to write him a reality check that he probably should listen to. It's very similar advice to what Victor and Nikki are telling Nick. They are very concerned that Sharon is going to drag him down, but But then again, he can't just walk away. We'll see how it goes. There is a photo of a kiss between Nick and Sharon this week, but it's unclear from the photo if this is Sharon hallucinating another exchange with Nick, or if maybe this is part of his plan to get closer to her to figure out her medication status. But romancing somebody who's on the verge of a nervous breakdown seems like a very, very bad idea. And Mariah finds out something stunning. Maybe it's about her mom seeing Camryn Kirsten, because, Faith has told some people that at this point. And Daniel busts out Lucy. She is back to lying. That girl is trouble. Maybe they should think about, boarding school or reform school. Thursday, September 12th, Jack makes a promise to Diane, and I'm sure it's going to be something like, no matter what, we will get our son away from Victor and reunite our family. Victor finds out that Audra has gone rogue on him, and I think maybe at this point, it's only a theory. Kyle doesn't know for sure that she told Nate that Victor is the money man behind Glissade, but Victor doesn't want that out. The thing is, it's already out, thanks to Adam. And Victoria has an argument with Lily. Sounds like Billy has to be the target, right? What else do these two have in common? Friday, September 13th rolls around with Audra determined to get revenge on Kyle. And I wonder if that means she might be out at Glissade or, at least seriously reprimanded by Victor. And speaking of Victor, he pushes Diane's buttons. He intentionally is provoking her. And obviously Kyle is the subject matter. And, Diane's on edge. I would like to see her go back to her old villainous ways to deal with him. Phyllis talks to Billy about something. She's got a proposal of sorts. She does need a job and he needs some help at Abbott Chancellor. I think, we'll see how that goes. Now, into the second week of September 16th through the 20th, Jack and Diane are increasingly desperate, but Audra may actually do them a favor because Kyle versus Audra is heating up. They both want the other out at Glissade, and Victor's on high alert after what Kyle told him about Audra, and now Audra is really mad. I think she's going to double down and try and get Kyle out by hook or by crook, and if she can drive a wedge between Kyle and Victor, that would actually be a good thing for Jack and Diane. Summer is not happy to see Kyle is dating Claire. I think we may soon see her backsliding into some of her petty plans and plots like she did in the past. And I don't put it past her to try again to leverage Harrison to control her ex-husband. And he is not going to like that. Kyle is going to push back. Chance won't be happy to see Summer fixating on Kyle's love life. He's already been burned by cheating Abby. So, if he's smart, he may walk away from her like he did from Billy. And Billy's prelude to a big crash heightens. His ego's writing checks that he cannot cash, and his mama Jill is on the way back to Genoa City very soon. Lily soon sees that Victor cannot be trusted. I mean, hello, we all knew that, right? So she may be the one to call Jill and alert her to what is going on, and that Victor has turned his eyes to Abbott Chancellor. If you don't remember, Victor actually was the one who initially had Chancellor after Kay's death, but then he sold it to Jill. So, in a way, it would be kind of full circle back to what Catherine had originally wanted, if I'm remembering my history correctly. If not, drop me a comment. I know you guys will. And yeah, Chelsea is also increasingly desperate as word spreads about her cheating with her ex. Adam increasingly desperate to win back Sally. Billy is going to be in Sally's ear as much as he can to discourage her from giving Adam the time of day. And she already seems pretty determined, but Billy is going to be there to keep her resolve strong. Chloe's not impressed with Chelsea sleeping with Adam, and she may be team Sally on this one, and Sharon's spiral continues. Nick is worried sick, and he's unsure how to stop her and be the voice of reason when the voice that she's listening to is crazy Camryn Kirsten. Those are all of our 2-week spoilers. Thank you so much for listening. Please subscribe if you haven't. Please drop your comments, and definitely come back soon. It's Belinda from Soap Dirt, and I'm right here talking Young and the Restless with you 7 days a week.
Thank you for being a loyal listener. Follow us wherever you get your podcast, because you don't want to miss the next episode. Soap Dirt is on all the major podcast platforms, including Apple Podcast, Spotify, iHeartRadio, and more.